We live in the loudest age in human history, not just in volume, but in mental noise, the constant ping of notifications, the pressure to have opinions on everything, the fear of missing out, the addiction to being seen, validated, praised. The external noise is obvious. Social media, headlines, opinions. But even more dangerous is the internal noise, the self-doubt, the overthinking, the fear of not being enough. And yet, over 2,000 years ago, the Stoics faced their own version of this chaos. Empires collapsing, slavery, war, corruption. And still, they found peace. Not outside, but within. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This video is not about escaping the world. It's about learning to walk through the noise, undisturbed, not by ignoring it, but by rising above it. If you've felt anxious lately, if you've been overwhelmed, if you've forgotten the sound of your own mind without the influence of others, then this message is for you. Let's dive into the Stoic way of silencing the noise. To understand how Stoics handled noise, we must first understand how they saw the world. To them, peace wasn't the absence of problems, it was the presence of virtue. They believed that we cannot control the world, but we can control our perception, our response, our inner state. That's where real strength begins. Epictetus, once a slave, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about that. In a world that screams, "React now," the Stoic whispers, "Pause first." A Stoic cultivates calm courage. They don't chase every trend. They don't argue every opinion. They master their minds, because they know that's where true freedom lives. Section 3. Sources of noise. External and internal. 800 words. There are two kinds of noise. 1. External noise. News cycles that provoke fear. Social media arguments. People projecting their insecurities. Societal pressure to always be achieving, proving, broadcasting. 2. Internal noise. Anxiety about the future. Regret from the past, comparing yourself to others. Negative self-talk both affect your inner peace. But only one is within your control. Seneca reminds us, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Let that sink in. The world may be loud, but often the worst noise lives in your head, your inner critic, your restless thoughts, your emotional reactivity. The Stoic path isn't about eliminating these, but mastering your relationship to them. The Stoics practiced journaling as a tool for clarity, not for performance, but for truth. Marcus wrote every night, not to impress, but to remember who he was. His writings weren't perfect. They were raw, honest. They were a way to silence the noise of the world and hear the whisper of his own reason. Try it. What distracted me today? What did I waste energy on? What would the Stoic version of me do differently? Writing isn't about being right. It's about becoming aware. And awareness is the first step to peace. Today, everyone's a critic. One post, one video, one opinion. Suddenly you're judged by strangers. The Stoic sees criticism for what it is. Data, not a sentence. Epictetus said, "If someone speaks ill of you, do not make excuses, but answer, he was ignorant of the other facts, or he would not have said it." Your peace doesn't depend on the praise or blame of others. It depends on your virtue, your alignment with your highest self. When you feel attacked online or in real life, don't react instantly. Step back, breathe, ask, is this true? Is this useful? Is this in my control? Most of the time, the answer is no. And so, the Stoic smiles and moves on. We are addicted to stimulation, constant scrolling, constant consumption, and it's making us spiritually deaf. Silence is uncomfortable because it reveals how noisy our minds are. But the Stoic leans into that discomfort. Seneca wrote, "Withdraw into yourself as far as you can. Associate with those who will make you better." In other words, silence isn't absence, it's presence. It's how you reconnect with yourself. Create silent space daily. Walk without headphones. Sit in stillness for 5 minutes. Turn your phone off for 1 hour. Listen to nature, to breathe, to nothing. In that nothing, you may meet yourself again. When life feels too loud, the Stoics looked to nature. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them." Nature doesn't try to impress. It simply exists. It adapts. It continues. Trees sway in storms without resisting. Rivers flow around obstacles. Mountains endure centuries. A Stoic observes nature to remember life isn't personal. It's natural. Seasons change. People come and go. Pain rises and passes. When you're overwhelmed, walk under trees, listen to birds, stare at the sky. In those moments, the noise fades and the soul remembers. You are part of something greater than opinion, algorithms, and ego. Seneca often retreated into nature not to escape the world, but to return to it clearer. Nature is the original Stoic. Silent, powerful, patient, resilient. Stillness is not inactivity, it's inner alignment. The Stoics practiced it through reflection, solitude, and contemplation. Stillness doesn't mean you never act. It means you act from clarity, not chaos. Modern life tells you to hustle, to grind, to always be moving. But the Stoic asks, what is the quality of my action? Is it impulsive, ego-driven, fear-based? Or is it thoughtful, just, purposeful? Stillness is where that answer comes from. How to cultivate it? Practice breath awareness before decisions. Meditate with Stoic affirmations. I am not disturbed by what I cannot control. Create space between stimulus and response. Say less. Mean more. When you're still inside, the noise outside loses its power. As Marcus said, the tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say. Or think, or do. Only what you do. The Stoics never promised a quiet world. They promised a quiet mind. They didn't deny pain. They transcended it. Epictetus was tortured as a slave. Seneca was exiled. Marcus faced plague, betrayal, and war. But none of them became bitter because they mastered the art of non-absorption. They let chaos touch their skin, but never their soul. Imagine you're walking in the rain. You can't stop the rain, but you can choose not to drown in it emotionally. That's what Stoics did. They saw the storm, felt it, moved through it, but kept their footing. You don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you. Marcus Aurelius. Noise isn't the problem. How much you absorb it is. Being Stoic today doesn't require a toga. It requires daily habits that protect your mind. Here are powerful Stoic rituals to practice. 1. Morning premeditation, premeditatio malorum. Before starting your day, reflect. What can go wrong today? Not to be negative, but prepared. Calm. Ready. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Marcus Aurelius, second voluntary discomfort practice. Brief discomfort to toughen your spirit. Cold showers, fasting, simpler clothes or meals. Walking without entertainment. When comfort no longer controls you, neither does fear. 3. Negative visualization. Reflect on what you could lose. Your health, your time, your loved ones. It sounds dark, but it brings gratitude. It reminds you, everything is borrowed. Treat it with care. 4th, evening reflection. At day's end, write, what did I do well? What did I regret? How can I improve tomorrow? Seneca did this every night. It kept him accountable to himself. These rituals aren't rules. They're reminders. You're in charge of your inner world. no matter how loud the outer world becomes. Section 12. Case Study. Marcus Aurelius amid Roman chaos. Marcus Aurelius was emperor of Rome. He ruled during plague, war, betrayal, economic collapse. And yet he wrote, "If you're distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." Imagine being emperor. Millions depend on you. You're fighting multiple wars. Your closest friend betrays you. Your own children die. Still, he writes meditations about patience, kindness, and presence. How? Because he didn't seek control over others. He sought mastery over himself. He journaled at night. He walked among soldiers. He gave generously. He ruled with reason, not ego. Marcus is proof, even in the center of chaos, you can cultivate serenity. You don't need a quiet life. You need a disciplined mind. Let's build your daily plan for inner peace. Simple, stoic, powerful. Morning, 15 minutes. 5 minutes silence before phone. 5 minutes journaling. What's in my control today? 5-minute visualization. Who do I want to be today? Midday. Reset. 5 to 10 minutes. Step outside. Breathe deeply. Ask, what noise am I absorbing? Evening. 15 minutes. Reflect on the day. 3 wins, 3 lessons. Read a Stoic quote. Meditate briefly or sit in silence. Weekly. 1 digital fast. No screens for 4+ hours. 1 nature walk without music. 1 conversation without judgment or distraction. Discipline isn't punishment, it's peace. Stillness isn't weakness, it's inner strength. Build this plan, and the world may still be noisy, but your mind will not. Being a Stoic today means choosing a different path, not reacting instantly, not needing to win arguments, not following every trend. It means waking up and asking, what would a wise, grounded, inner peace-driven version of me do today? It means using social media mindfully, or not at all. Choosing truth over popularity. Saying less, but meaning more. Listening with presence. It means not needing a perfect life, but creating a powerful inner one. Modern Stoics are the still ones in the storm, the grounded ones in chaos, the quiet ones who lead by example, not noise. Noise will always exist, but it doesn't have to own you. The Stoics weren't superhuman. They were just committed to reason, to virtue, to silence when everyone else shouted. In a loud world, you don't need to scream louder. You need to listen deeper. Listen to your breath, your thoughts, your conscience. Let others chase validation. You chase wisdom. Let others panic. You practice stillness. Let others fill the silence. You enter it and grow stronger. The quiet mind sees clearly. The quiet heart loves purely. And the quiet soul, it endures everything and needs nothing. Thank you for watching. Like this video if it helped you. Comment what part resonated most. Subscribe to Stoicism Mastermind for more grounded wisdom. And remember, you were not born to absorb the noise. You were born to rise above it.